Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Sammy Rigaud podcast. It's your boy Sammy Rigaud. Hey, today is another shock drop episode. We talking about the NBA playoffs today. So, Troy, what's going on with you, man?
Hey man, another day, another dollar. So I feel good.
Facts. Hey, listen, playoffs are starting. NBA teams, everybody's ready. Everybody think your team good. If you one of them playoff teams, you think you're ready. If you're a lottery team, you're not ready. Everybody's tanking for Cooper Flag. But all these guys who are get ready for playoffs, I want to talk about some today. I want to find two teams that I think are going to overachieve, and I think two teams that are going to underachieve. So the overachieving, I'll start first. My first team that I think is going to overachieve, I think Golden State is going to overachieve. I think they're going to do well in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they got this certain guy. He's a needle. He pushes the needle.
What's his name?
And he moves the needle.
What's his name?
His name's Jimmy Butler.
Oh.
Okay, and he's gonna move the needle. And I think Steph is rejuvenated. I think Draymond is locked in. He knows he doesn't have to score no more or even try because he wasn't doing it. I think he can just focus on defense. I think Gary Payton's the second is gonna play his defense. I think Buddy Hield is solid enough. I think Golden State's gonna be good, man. I think you're gonna get a couple good playoff Jimmy games, and I'll be sitting at home watching because
Why we knock y'all out the play-in?
Chicago?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But no, what do you think about that? I think Golden State looks good. Like I'm not stupid. That's the thing. I'm biased.
I agree.
But I'm not ignorant. Like I can see with my two eyes that Golden State looks good. Jimmy is changing it. And the thing about him is he play makes too. He doesn't just try to score. He literally gets everybody else involved. Better than Steph, to be honest with you. He's gonna get his. He runs around. He makes your offense better. But I think with Jimmy, he literally can make Moody better. He can make Kuminga better. He can make what's the other guy? Buddy Hield better. He's gonna make a lot of these guys better. Golden State's talented, man, and I think Steve Kerr will figure it out. Man. What do you think about that?
I mean, look, shout out to Jimmy. Yeah. All I know is before Jimmy Butler came,
they weren't gonna do anything.
They were the 10 seeds.
Yeah.
But then when he came, they're the 6th seed.
Yeah.
I just remember someone telling me Jimmy Butler is a second option.
He is a second option, though.
But their team is not in the play-in.
Who?
Golden State.
Yeah.
Which means that his impact.
Yeah, well, he has Steph.
But he's doing all the dirty work.
Yeah, but he has Steph, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my thing is, who y'all got?
We don't have Steph. If the Heat had, this isn't the Miami Heat conversation. I think they're going to overachieve. Why are we bringing to Miami Heat? I'm talking about the overachieving team. I think Golden State's going to overachieve because they've got Jimmy, they've got Steve Kerr, they've got freaking. Yeah, you always try to make it a Miami Heat. I get it. I wasn't all the way accurate with the whole Jimmy thing. Okay, but I'm a Heat fan. Whatever. We don't have that. We don't have Steph. Did you see the shot where Steph threw it from the stands?
Oh, yeah.
One hand?
I know.
He does that kind of stuff.
No.
And he needs Jimmy. Jimmy needs him. They're going to do well in the playoffs.
Okay, my fault. I just wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not.
I was waiting for this.
I'm not here trying to make people think that the Miami Heat are good. They're not.
Oh, we know.
They're not.
We know. Chicago's better. But
at the same time, Chicago's
better.
That's
here and there.
What number is Chicago?
9. What number y'all? What number is Heat? What number
are we
Heat?
10? I don't know.
Yeah, 10.
Well,
better record.
Who cares?
We got a better record.
As of right now, they're 10.
Yeah, on a 10-game losing streak.
We snapped it.
Oh, okay. 11 games later. Anyway. Yeah, the two.
So what's the team that you think is going to?
I agree, Golden State.
And I'm looking East and West.
No, I agree.
In the West, Golden State's going to overachieve. They're going to surprise a lot of people.
No, I agree. I got Golden State for sure. I don't know. It's like I want Steph to get the 5th ring.
Yeah.
But also, I just want LeBron to win it too.
You think they're going to overachieve?
All right, so I got. Wait, I actually got Lakers over Golden State. So I got Lakers overachieve, and I got Cleveland.
You think the Cleveland? So here we go.
So hear me out.
Talk about the Lakers first.
Okay.
Talk about the Lakers first. Lakers fans,
Reason why I say that because I read and I heard something that the Lakers is doing the same thing Golden State did, which is small ball, and it's been working.
Yeah,
I think
so
far for sure. I mean, they were able to beat Denver. They haven't been able to beat Denver in so long.
Nobody's gonna beat Denver. They're my team to go to the finals. But okay, go ahead. The Lakers. You're talking about the Lakers.
So, because of that, the fact that LeBron got another option, which is Luka. Now Luka's averaging more than 25 points per game. And it looks great.
And LeBron looks
so
good.
my thing is even that you got Rui who doing all the dirty. Like they have a
squad. They have a team. They don't have a big though.
But that's what I'm saying. So because of that, I feel as though they all would collectively do the dirty work except Luka. Which I think
he don't do any dirty work.
Which is LeBron is okay with. But Luka's been doing a lot of scrappy work now compared to he was doing at Dallas, and he actually running a lot. So that's why I said him over Chief. Now Cleveland, I feel as though Cleveland is gonna do good until the second round.
I agree with that.
Because Donovan Mitchell, he always, in my opinion,
always runs out of gas.
Until
Donovan Mitchell runs out of gas.
Round.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I definitely think they will have a good playoff run, but it's gonna come down to this might be crazy. Clip it.
Let's do it.
Detroit is either gonna knock off Cleveland, or Detroit is gonna knock off Boston.
No.
To the point,
no.
I like Detroit. No, you see,
clip it.
No. I like
That's not what we're gonna do here. Today.
I like. Hear me out.
Detroit's not beating Boston. Stop. Stick on your Cleveland thing. That's a
no.
That take of Detroit beating Boston. Go ahead. Stick on your Cleveland.
But what I'm saying is, if Detroit beats Cleveland, Detroit is beating Boston. That's my take on it.
Detroit is okay. And this is a good season. And Asar Thompson looks good. Canning Cunningham is a superstar to me. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're ready for that yet. But I'll take your Cleveland. You think Cleveland is overachieved? Cleveland is actually on my list of underachieved. I think they're going to get to the playoffs, and they're going to wet the bed. I think Cleveland's going to go in there and think that like, because right now their thing is you play two bigs in the playoffs. In the playoffs, you play two bigs on the court. In the playoffs, one of them guys is going to get off the court. You cannot play Mobley and Jared Allen.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna force you, like you're saying with the small ball, somebody's gonna force you to not play one of those guys. So it might be Jared Allen, and then you're playing small, and who knows what happens. So I think, I don't think they're ready. I think Cleveland's gonna get to the playoffs and choke. I think they honestly are gonna choke. I think Donovan Mitchell's gonna run out of gas. I think Jared Allen's going to get run off the court.
He's going to need help. Because playoff experience definitely
He
matters.
bought in the playoff. He goes crazy.
That's what I'm saying. But like you said, he runs out of gas.
He runs out of gas. And who's the second option on that team? Garland.
I like Garland, though.
I like Garland a lot.
But
I ain't going to lie.
Here's going to be
as I'm saying, I like Garland.
But here's going to be the X factor. It's not going to be Garland. It's going to be Mobley. If Mobley don't perform like he's performing now in the regular season, it's gonna be tough.
I think Mobley's overrated. I think Mobley is literally. I don't know, man. I don't like Cleveland's team. I know they're beating people, but I don't like their team. I think whoever gets in because they're number one, whoever gets in the 8th seed is like, shoot, let's go. Let's go. Whoever gets in the 8th seed in the East is going to look at Cleveland and say, let's play.
That's what I'm saying.
No, like, if you get who's the number one in the West? OKC?
OKC.
We'll talk about that in a second. Okay. If you get number one in the East and you line up and you see Cleveland, bro, you're trying to play ball very aggressive. You're shutting that down.
But my thing is, even with that, which sounds good.
Pull up the standing. Who's 7, 8, 9 right now?
In the East?
Yeah.
Look right now.
7, 8, 9. Look up. Who's 7, 8, 9.
I know Red 9.
Look up who's 7, 8, 9 in the East, and that'll kind of give us. We're about 4 weeks, about a month away from the playoffs. 7, 8, 9. You can kind of see it'll be a combination of those teams. You can even throw the 10th seed in there. It'll be a combination.
So
of
7, 8, 9 is Hawks, Magic,
Hawks, or
Bulls.
Bulls. 10 is who?
You guys.
Heat. Okay. I gotta say Heat because not everybody knows I'm a Heat fan.
That's right.
And I don't want everybody knowing that right now. It's a little tough for us. So okay.
Wait, hear me out.
So 7 is who?
Hawks.
Magic's
8.
You think if the Magic get Cleveland, they're not excited?
You know.
I think if Banchero, if he sees Cleveland, he's like, let's go. This is my moment. And who's 9? You guys.
Yeah.
I think you guys see Cleveland like, let's play.
But
I don't think nobody's scared of Cleveland.
But here's the thing.
Nobody's scared of Cleveland. Nobody's scared of Donovan Mitchell. Nobody's scared of Mobley, Garland. Nobody, the coach. Nobody's scared of that team.
That's the thing. I don't think no one is scared of anyone. My thing is, like, I'm not worried about Donovan Mitchell. I'm not worried about Garland. I'm worried about the two-headed monsters.
The bigs?
The bigs.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if the bigs don't perform, especially Mobley, because he's on the run for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
If he doesn't perform and the other center, I forgot his name, doesn't perform.
Jared Allen, yeah.
Jared Allen, they're not winning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also depends. I think if okay, let's put them in the ranks. You said 7 is the Hawks.
Yeah.
If they play the Hawks aren't scared of them.
This Hawks will play.
And I don't even think the Hawks are good.
The Hawks will play the
They're
Hawks.
7. Let's say I'm saying like we're putting those teams into place.
No.
If they fall to 8, if Atlanta falls to 8 and they have to play Cleveland, I don't think Trae Young they're not scared. They're not scared of Cleveland.
I think that's gonna be a blowout.
Who?
The sweep.
You think Cleveland would beat them?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think Atlanta is looking at Cleveland and saying, Trae Young's going, hey, I made it to the playoffs. They got rid of Murray. They got rid of Bogey. I'm the 8th seed, and I'm playing Cleveland. Let's ball. I think he's doing his thing. I think Capella's going hard. I think Trae Young's doing their thing. I think they're playing.
I think the Hawks want the Knicks more.
Sure.
Which is why.
But okay, so what's the other 7? There's 7th. Who's the 8th?
Magic.
I know the Magic.
That's what
They want Cleveland.
So if they get Magic, right?
I think Magic win that series.
But I'm saying, it will fall down on the bigs because Magic got a big that can stretch the floor. Mobley,
sure. Wagner, they have a team.
That's what I'm saying.
And KCP, they have a team.
So Magic and Cleveland will evenly match, I think.
Yeah.
Because of that, what I'm saying is, if Cleveland bigs don't meet the expectations, then I got Magic beating them in 5.
Yeah, I think okay. So that's why you said you think they're gonna overachieve. I think they're gonna choke. I think they could struggle against Atlanta. They could lose to the Magic. So I'm not impressed by Cleveland.
So who would you put in the East as an overachieve? If you had to choose somebody.
Who do I think is gonna do it? I think honestly, once again it's Boston. I think Boston wins everything in the East. And I hate it because I hate Boston. I hate Boston. Boston, I hate your team. I hate what you've done to the NBA. You guys just jack up threes. You don't play defense till the fourth quarter. Like, you guys are the typical problem with basketball. Boston Celtics. You guys are today. When people say the league sucks and the team and it sucks, and they say, oh, yeah, I can't watch this, they're talking about you, Boston. They're talking about Jason Tatum with the step back. They're talking about Jaylen Brown, who, like, fake tough guy. They're talking about Pritchard. They're talking about Derek White.
I like Derek White.
Talking about, but when people say that something's wrong with the league and I can't watch this new product, they talk about you, Boston. They really talking about you. Facts. They talking about you. So to me, I think, unfortunately, though, as they're talking about them, I think Boston goes to the championship. But the team I think is going to underachieve.
Okay.
My option, first one was Boston. Was Cleveland.
Yeah.
My other team that I think is going to underachieve, you ready for this? The team that I think is going to choke in the playoffs. Houston.
They're gonna choke.
I think Houston sees Golden State 3-6 matchup, and they're like, oh no.
I don't like it.
I have a homeboy. Shout out to Julius, who's in Houston. He got season tickets. He go to every game, and he posts when they win, and I'm like, yo, your team looks good, but I know you don't want to see Jimmy Butler.
I think they do.
Houston.
Houston is what I call a sleeper team.
Why?
Because they have legs, young legs, and they're hungry. Mind you, last year they were trying to go there.
Yeah, I think
like they're number 2 seed right now.
If you tell me, Udoka is gonna get them ready, I say yes. If you tell me, Van Fleet he's gonna shoot a lot in a series, I say yes. If you tell me,
Thompson,
he's good, man.
Jalen Green,
hey, low key. Amen Thompson is good.
I'm trying to tell you.
Amen Thompson is good. I don't know what it is. He is freak athletic, bro.
He got that eye.
And he's strong.
He got that eye.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
I don't know.
That's all I say. You
think they have too many guys?
No.
Because I look at that team and I look at Jabari Smith.
Okay.
I look at Jalen Green.
Okay.
I look at Amen Thompson.
Okay. Keep going.
But I'm saying, do they have too many guys? Mm-mm. Are they like a fake OKC back in the day to where they have too many good young players? Because Cam Whitmore's on that bench like, let me play, dog. Like, watch what I do. The white guy they drafted, the white boy they drafted, Reed Shepard.
They got that other guy, the villain. What's his name?
Dylan Brooks.
But
do you get what I'm saying? Like, they have all these young guys who's like.
Which is good. Because my thing is.
Shout out to Houston, man. Houston got it popping.
Look at OKC.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Houston and OKC? And don't hop on the bandwagon. They have a Shea because Shea's been good since the Clippers.
I don't like OKC.
But it's pretty much the same exact team.
No, they don't have any. Houston doesn't have anybody on Shea's level. They don't. Stop it. They don't. Houston doesn't have anybody that's on Shea's level.
Shea always been like.
And I like that, but I'm saying like.
But Shea drives fouls.
Sure.
He flops.
Sure.
That's if you're gonna go based off a flop machine, you're right.
Yeah, that's cool too. But what I think Shea is like on both teams he's the best player. You'd accept that?
Sure.
Okay. Who's the next best player in those two teams?
The next.
J-Dub. It'd have to be Williams.
No.
On OKC.
No.
Yeah. He's the next best player.
No.
You think Jalen Green is better than him?
Yes.
No.
How?
He's not a consistent jump shooter yet. He's not a consistent jump shooter yet. J-Dub is good.
J-Dub's inconsistent.
He's not inconsistent. He's good. He's good, man.
Matter of fact,
I think OKC's going to choke, too. I think Houston – it's funny you brought them up in this conversation because I think Houston and OKC are the two biggest fake choking teams the league got. I think they're so young. They're so happy. They're going to get to the playoffs, and it's going to be like, all right, we'll see. And then teams like Golden State is licking their chops like, please let me get Houston.
I don't think Golden State
Please.
I don't think Golden State want to see them.
You don't?
Because
you was just talking about Steph this, Steph that, Jimmy this, Jimmy that. What do you think?
What I'm saying is, if I was Golden State, I don't want to see Houston. I'd rather see OKC than Houston.
I think they want whoever.
What I'm saying
and I'm not a Golden State fan, bro. They literally took a player that was on my team. But they are good, though.
The reason I'm saying because Houston and OKC, I feel as though it's an evenly matched team. So what I'm saying
they just have no veteran.
Who?
They have no veteran experience. OKC has no veteran experience. OKC.
Okay,
Who does Houston have? Dylan Brooks, Van Vliet. Van Vliet's
Houston?
Van Vliet. Yeah. He's gonna, they're gonna ball stop. Like they're gonna stop the ball on him, get out of his hands quickly. You know what I mean? And honestly, in the playoffs, when the defense gets really, really tight, people like Van Vliet become a spot-up shooter, which can work.
Which was fine.
Can work, but
I don't know. I personally believe underachieve. Underachieve.
I don't know, man. I think. Yeah, I don't think.
Well, this is gonna sound crazy. So I'm going both conferences. So in the West, underachieve. I got Grizzlies. That's an underachieve. And for the East, I got the Bucks. Why?
You know what's funny? You think if Milwaukee and Cleveland both get the second round, you think Milwaukee's scared of Cleveland?
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
No,
right? So that's what I'm saying. Like teams like Cleveland, like you fought all season to get the number 1 seed, but Milwaukee will actually beat the brakes off you. Though. But they can beat the brakes off of Cleveland.
I don't know.
I think if Giannis gets into that mode where it's like, all right, I'm Giannis again, right?
But my thing,
and I'm going to the basket, and then Dame actually like consistent because I look at the stat. Dame shoots like 13 threes a game, bro.
But my thing is Cleveland have enough guards to handle Dame.
Dame?
Hear me out, right?
Please, I want to hear this because I think
so. You got a two-headed
Milwaukee's
monster.
a sleeper team.
No,
to me,
to you,
and I don't even like Milwaukee.
Sure,
but I think this is they know this is their last hurrah. Milwaukee, this y'all last hurrah. I think they're ready for it.
I mean, if you asking me, I think Milwaukee's gonna get bounced off the first round.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Because if they face Cleveland, all they're gonna do is contain the middle with the two-headed monsters, and then they gotta give it to Dame. Either Garland will get what's the guy name? The point guard, Garland.
Yeah,
Garland gonna get a Garland or Donovan Mitchell. Like they don't have a third option. And don't say
and
Kyle
that's
Kuzma.
what I said.
And it ain't Kyle Kuzma.
But I think Kyle Kuzma play. He's the reason. He's one of the big reasons the Lakers won that chip in the bubble.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Kuzma, KCP, Rondo. You look back. That Laker team was okay. With Dwight.
Dwight is one of the main reasons.
KCP.
Why. And that's it.
Kuzma,
but don't
Rondo.
Don't say Kyle Kuzma.
They played.
Don't say
they're the reason. But all to say, I think Milwaukee. Listen, man, I'm excited, and
I like Detroit. Detroit is my sleeper team. So I'm not in the Detroit bandwagon, ain't like that. But I feel as though Detroit reminds me.
That's you're fake, man. That's bandwagon.
No, hear me out.
That's
hear
gaslighting.
me.
Yeah.
No.
What are they saying? They said that's gaslighting.
No.
You are not real about the Detroit thing. We would sit here, and I would show. I'd be like, yo, which games do you want to watch? You want to watch Cade Cunningham? You're like, nah.
But
now all of a sudden you want to watch.
I don't want to watch Milwaukee.
But now all of a sudden you're Detroit. We sat here. We would at the beginning of the season. We watched these games, and I'm like, yo,
that's the team where the Heat choked.
Yeah, and Tyler hit he tried to hit that 1-3 when he needed a 1 point or whatever. That was the game we watched. But all to say, it's like, bro, you don't make it look like you some big. No. Please. We cannot lie. We have kids watching sometimes. We're not gonna sit here and make it look like
no lies.
No. You don't say you like Detroit. Cheer. Don't make it look like you're not a bandwagon. You're the definition of a bandwagon. You waited till the band got on the wagon and it moved and you went. Don't make it. And I like Cunningham. I told you that when I was like, yo,
you did.
Teams matter. I said, yo, Cunningham's over there in Detroit putting up a lot of points.
You did.
I told you that.
I'm which one you right and I'm which one you wrong. Hear what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, so you can't be I'm the.
And
I don't think Detroit's ready anyway. So they're a year away.
So so your sleeper team is Bucks.
Golden State in the West. And my sleeper team.
Because here's the standings.
It has to be the Bucks.
Here are the standings.
It has to be the Bucks.
So you got.
As of right now.
You got Magic. Nah, you got Cleveland number 1.
Yeah.
Celtics number 2. Knicks number 3. Pacers number 4.
They're okay.
Bucks number 5.
Yeah.
Detroit number 6.
Do you know how far the Bucks came from? They were at the bottom.
Like I said,
started at the bottom. Now they're here.
You got Pistons number 6.
Yeah.
Hawks number 7. Magic number 8. Bulls number 9. And Heat number 10.
Yeah.
So,
see, that bottom can move up and down a little bit. They'll go back and forth.
But what I'm saying is, reason why I feel as though the Bucks are gonna get bounced out the playoff.
So right now they're the 5th seed.
The 5th.
So they be playing 4th. Who's 4th?
Pacers, who bounced them last year.
No, it wasn't Giannis out.
No.
It was Giannis here?
No. Bounce.
Somebody was hurt.
Not Giannis.
Somebody was hurt. Somebody was hurt. Giannis was out. It was just Dame. Yeah. And if you're in the comments, check that. I think Giannis was out, and it was just Dame. Yeah. And then Giannis came back. Man, I don't know, man. I think Milwaukee is a sleeper. I think if they see Indiana, that's gotta be a close series. That's 7. That's 7, and that's
and I got
Milwaukee.
Pacers.
No, that's 7, and that's the Pacers look okay too. It's just, I trust Halliburton? Do I trust Halliburton in the playoff?
I actually do. He proved himself.
How?
He beat them.
A lot of people were hurt last year. A lot of people were hurt last year.
1 hurt, 2 hurt, 3 hurt.
A lot of people were hurt last year. So my sleeper team in the West is Golden State. My sleeper team in the East is Milwaukee.
They even beat them in the NBA Cup.
Stop it.
Oh, you're not saying NBA
the
Cup?
The in-season tournament?
It doesn't matter.
Stop it. That doesn't count.
Oh, Lord.
The in-season tournament is terrible.
Oh, Lord.
You know what? The best way, here we are. We could clip this. We could clip this part. The best way to fix the in-season tournament, whoever wins it should automatically get a first-round bye.
Huh?
Yeah. That's the way they should do it. Because what does the in-season tournament do?
To gear the fans. Because the ratings been down.
Ratings are bad because of that Boston Celtics style of basketball.
Ratings are bad because
we talked about that already.
Every team is shooting threes.
Yeah,
because
we talked about that.
Because of who? Because of
Steph.
Okay.
Steph and Harden.
No.
And Dame.
Yeah,
those 3 guys.
So we can't blame Boston because the 3 faces of the league is the reason why.
Yeah, but they jack a lot of. Boston shoots a lot of threes.
I mean, can you blame them? When you play a team like Golden State, all they going to do is jack threes. If you play 85% of the team, all they going to do is jack threes. The only team that don't really jack as much threes is Houston.
Yeah. Lakers don't do that many threes either.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yes.
I don't feel like they do. I'd have to look at the number. I don't feel like they do. I feel like.
That's what JJ Redick, they said our JJ Redick main focus is shoot as many threes as possible.
But let me tell you this, though.
Okay.
So, I think this is going to be a good playoffs. Mm-hmm. Because if you notice, New York is sitting some people out. Some boys ain't playing.
Because they're hurt.
LeBron got a little groin injury.
He's back.
He's getting ready for, get a couple weeks off. You know what I'm saying? OKC, they're just young. Houston's just young. If you look at Denver, Joker be sitting some games. He's taking some. Everybody's getting ready for the playoffs, and this playoffs are gonna be really good. Who do you have in the finals? And we'll do a whole finals thing. And then, hey, don't do that in the playoffs. Sometimes you gotta come out here too. We gotta do these. I'm doing a lot of the playoff coverage. You gotta do a few of these with me. Who do you have in the finals?
I want LeBron.
Sure.
To come out. The East.
So you have Lakers in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your East?
For entertainment purposes.
Cleveland. LeBron versus Cleveland.
Why? That'll probably be the first game. That'll be I feel as though, like you mentioned, it won't be as much threes. It'll literally be
You think you want that to happen?
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I think it's possible. What I'm saying.
No.
Because you want Boston.
Who do y'all got in the finals, y'all? Who do y'all got in the finals?
Because then if being realistic, then what? It will be what? Either OKC and Boston or Denver versus Boston.
I think that's what I think. I think Denver, Boston.
So you think it's a rematch?
They never played.
They played last year.
Last year was Boston
versus Denver.
And no.
Who was in the West?
Boston played against Dallas last year.
In the finals?
Yeah.
Really?
Because remember, Kyrie got shut down. Drew kind of embarrassed him a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. 2 years ago, It was the Heat in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what's weird about it is Dallas beat Anthony Edwards, who we have not talked about this whole episode. About 30 minutes in, we have not talked about Minnesota and Ant-Man. Off the Olympics, off the baby mama drama. He's trying to ball this year. He got to the conference finals last year.
I just don't think. I think Ant-Man need one more.
It's funny because they had Cat.
And they got rid of for Julius.
Yeah.
Randle. And him and Julius Randle will mesh. It's not meshing well. Because who's doing the dirty work?
Julius is just dirty. His game is dirty.
But my thing is he's never
not even dirty in a good way. Julius Randle's game is just dirty.
Yeah.
It's dirty. It's like it doesn't look good.
And then Rudy
he fouls. He fouls a lot. He's offensive liability. He's not like that.
So it just wouldn't work.
But I'll tell you this though. I think a guy like a team like Denver is gonna get to the finals to me because they've got it, man. And I feel like this is their last window. This is Denver's last real window. They extended Jamal. But I feel like with Westbrook, who's doing great, with Brown, who's doing great, I think they've got a little roster that they can do something, man. And I think Joker's he's so good, man. Dang. Yeah. Like I don't like the Joker.
I love him.
Dang, he's good.
It's between him and Luka. They play slow pace.
Oh my God!
But you gotta move.
He's so freaking good. The Joker's so good. He can pass. He can shoot. He runs the offense. He rebounds. He plays okay enough defense. Like his IQ is good. Like he brings the ball up.
Yeah.
Like, golly, he's good. So to me, I think Denver and Boston. I think Boston is one of those teams. They'll do 6 games with everybody because they shoot themselves out of a lot of games too.
So speaking of Joker, who do you got win MVP?
MVP for this year. Got to give it a Shea, man.
There's nothing to discuss.
Yeah, got to give it a Shea.
Got to give it a Shea.
Yeah, you got to give it a Shea. The only thing I do hear the people that say, "Yo, Shea is foul baiting. He's a free throw merchant. He's a person that he's just trying to get free." I get that part. But yo, man, if you're the number 1 seed, that's yours. That's how it normally works. If you're the number 1 seed and you leading in points and you doing your thing, you normally get the.
But my thing, even with the foul baiting,
I don't like the foul bait. I feel like James Harden started that thing.
But even then, I watched the game.
And James Harden, low-key, it was 2018. He shouldn't have got that over LeBron. What LeBron did on the Cavs that year, you look back at the numbers, you'll say, oh, snap. I think James Harden just had cool moments. Like he was crossing people, and then he started that whole step-back movement.
The travel?
And it was fun. And Houston was rocking, too. Like, Houston was fun. They had a bunch of different jerseys. Like, yeah. But that year should have been Bron.
I mean, I agree.
That year should have been Bron.
People just fall for the bait
yeah.
all the time. So and like that, Shea just moves so slimy.
Yeah, it's
like
a little snake. But I'll tell you what, though. If they give it a Joker, would you be mad?
No.
if they get, you wouldn't be mad.
Because Shea should have won it last year, and they gave it to Joker. The difference between this year and last year.
He's the number one seed.
Number one seed. He has a way more 40-point game.
He's balling. Sure.
That's it. Shea's doing the same exact thing he did last year. He just have a couple more 40 ball games. That's it. So I would have given it to Shea last year.
No. So he's saying Shea's the best player in the league? Because to me, MVP means you're the best in the league. That's why I'm like, my MVP is Shea, but if you go to Joker and say Joker's the MVP, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna say, to me, Joker's the best player in the league. I don't know if that makes sense. Like somebody could be the best player in the league, and then somebody else could be the best, like the MVP. If that makes sense.
You know why?
Why what?
The reason why they give people MVPs, it's not because of
it's the moments.
Moments.
Yeah, it's the moments.
Who scored the most points?
But it's both, points. Both. It's both. Yeah, because the
thing,
moments, like we're about to get to like a 3-week stretch right now where, bro, you're gonna be on TNT once Madness is over, March Madness is over. You're gonna get on TNT and it's like, shoot them threes, like make cool moments out of stuff, like dunk, game winners, and then you can win the MVP, right? Yeah. If you're number one seed. But I think if somebody says Joker the MVP, I'm not gonna get mad.
I mean, I won't get mad.
And I'll kind of even agree.
Joker could do everything, but like I said, the reason why
he about to get 4. If he did, that's a lot of MVPs, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot of MVPs.
So all right. So do you think? And this is our last one. Do you think?
Because are you about to talk about Paul George? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I saw a graphic, and maybe I could put the graphic up. The graphic showed Grant Hill, and he was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Respectable. Grant Hill, because the thing about the Hall of Fame is it's not just NBA. It's college. It's Olympics. You know, Grant Hill had national championships at Duke. He did his thing. Then after that graphic, next on that graphic was T-Mac.
Okay.
He was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? It's a little bit before your time. A little bit. Not too much. You still watch T-Mac.
I know T-Mac.
Yeah. But he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes. He deserve it.
So that's what we differ. So Grant Hill, yes, 1,000,000%. I had the Grant Hill feelers. Okay. Those are some hot shoes with the outline. You know what I'm talking about?
I gotta see it. No, I don't.
Those are hot. T-Mac had the shoe too.
Yeah.
With the little Adidas, the little lines. They did a re-release last year about those.
Okay.
I don't think T-Mac should have been Hall of Fame. I don't think T-Mac. T-Mac never did any winning.
T had one,
ever.
But T-Mac,
as the best player on the team, he never did any winning. And I have a problem with that. To me, Hall of Fame means you played well and it led to winning. So when I saw Grant Hill, I go, woo! Injuries cut his career short, but he did his thing. Shout out to that. When I saw T-Mac, I said, I love T-Mac. T-Mac had the dunk contest. T-Mac had the little lazy eye crossover. I loved it. I guess he's a Hall of Famer.
He had moments. He had a lot
and that's the thing. He had moments. It's almost like Jimmy Butler. Like Jimmy Butler will be Hall of Fame. Right?
You know.
It's weird, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't.
If he isn't, I think those moments the last 5 years in Miami is going to make Jimmy Butler Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
Because I think people look at those and like, playoff Jimmy, he needed more like that. They're the same mumbo jumbo you come in here in the area you talk about.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, he needed help. He was carrying a bunch of scrubs and bumps. Jimmy, whatever, right? So I think Jimmy Butler could get in because of the moments. But on the third on that graphic was Paul George.
Come on, I look at it this way. If Jimmy Butler, and shout out to Jimmy Butler, too. Shout out to him. If Jimmy Butler gets in a Hall of Fame, Darren Williams deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Darren Williams was good. Darren Williams was good, not good enough to me.
Because Darren Williams had Carlos Boozer.
He had moments too.
Ooh, a
lot of moments. A lot of moments.
So my thing is,
but stick to it though. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so Grant Hill, yes, 1,000%. T-Mac,
he just had a lot of spectacular.
He had a lot of moments. Dunk contest, whatever. And then we get to freaking Paul George on the graphic, and it's like, is he a Hall of Famer? And I'm like,
that's the thing.
To me, I say no. Like right off the bat, when I would look, without even looking at the numbers, I said no.
But that's his thing. I feel as though he should have never left Indiana. If he'd have never left Indiana, he would have been a Hall of Famer.
You know who there's a lot of people like that. And you know who weird as much told me that? My auntie. My auntie, an older Haitian woman, was like, when you leave your original team, your career going to fall off.
Yeah.
And it goes lower to lower to lower to where you're on a minimum. If I don't think freaking Russ should have ever left OKC.
I'm happy he did, though.
Why?
Because
Russ plays for pennies this year.
Yeah, but he's
doing good, but his career, he wouldn't have won in OKC, right?
But he wouldn't do as much as Shea's doing.
Sure. But he wouldn't have been, like, I don't know, I feel like you're honored, like you playing for a team. Like, yeah, there's some sucky seasons, but you playing for, like Giannis. He won his championship. Do you want to see Giannis in another jersey?
I wouldn't be surprised.
But do you want to see it?
Sure. I would love to, actually.
I don't want to see Giannis in another jersey. I want to see Giannis in Milwaukee. You'll play, you'll suck for a couple years, and then they'll build it around you again till you leave. I like the loyalty where it's like, yo, stay with your team and do the thing. So to me, Russ should have stayed in OKC.
But I think it was good that he left, though. Reason being because I think he left, he was trying to win. He knew he was not going to win with OKC.
Obviously.
So even when he went to
But look at his honor, dog. Like, people treated Russ, he went to the Lakers, they treated him like it was trash,
you
dog.
know why? Because
he was LeBron.
No.
Yeah, because of LeBron. But at the end of the day.
No, you can't do that to LeBron.
It was LeBron because he can't.
He left. He wanted. That's his fault. He wanted to go to the Lakers because.
That's his hometown.
Yeah. But also, he was so used to being that guy.
Yeah.
To where he thought when he was going to go to the Lakers.
He'd be that guy.
To where he could just.
He started. Up, he was this guy. He was the guy.
Mess up. And he'll forgive me. It's me.
But that's also the power of media. Because there's some people on TV that was bashing him every single day.
But he was doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that whole Laker era is his fault.
Maybe.
Agree or disagree?
Maybe.
Agree or disagree?
Maybe. I think his it could have been. But I think all to say, like, when I see Paul George, I don't think MVP. I don't think I'm sorry, not MVP. I don't think Hall of Famer.
Not no more.
Yeah, I think.
No more.
I think if he stayed on Indiana.
If he stayed, because he was running y'all for y'all money.
Y'all as in the Heat?
You the only Heat fan here. He was giving.
He was okay. It was okay. It was a good series. It was a good series. It was a competitive series.
No, he was okay. Do you forget what he did to your center?
I also remember he never won. He never beat us in the playoffs.
Yeah, you had 3 superstars compared to him.
But that's wow. That's why you said that, because you've sat here and said Bosh wasn't a superstar.
Yeah, 2 compared to how many he had.
But do you see what I'm saying? That's why people get mad at you, because
I never
you said Chris Bosh is not a superstar.
Did I say that?
And then later in the argument, you go, well, they have 3 superstars.
All right, if I say that, bring it up. Show me the clip. Show me the clip.
You know they can hear you.
Go in the comments and tell me which video I said that Bosh isn't a superstar. But either then.
Do you know these are recorded? I'm sorry to break it to you. Did you know that we record these? Wait. Do you know that we're recording right now?
Listen.
And that means what you say, it doesn't just go, ooh, disappear. We're not at a barbershop. I know we're drinking, it's fun. But you know, what you say on that mic, it gets recorded. And then we put it out. I don't know if you know that. And then they hear these takes that you're doing.
Okay.
And then they go, wait a minute, what is he talking about? And they're telling me these things. I'm not saying it. They're saying, yeah, he don't know what he's talking about. So when you come up here.
Show me when I said. No, not even show me. Go in the comments and tell me when I said.
So when
Bosh, what is
you've said that on here before.
Okay,
we've talked about Braun. We talked about Spo. You've come on here and you've been like, yeah, I mean, Braun needed help. That's why he had to leave. And I go, whoa, I mean, he had Bosh. And you're like, Bosh? You've said it on here. We're recording these, and people are listening, and they're like, oh, okay. This is what your man has to say. They're going to see you outside. You're lucky you're not showing your face. They're going to see you outside and be like, you lying. Watch.
1 superstar, 2 superstars, 3 superstars.
All to say Paul
George was only one person.
Paul George, to me, doesn't scream Hall of Fame. And Deion said something really cool.
Deion who?
Deion Sanders. He said something really cool. He said there needs to be he's like, if that's the Hall of Fame, he needs the Room of Fame. And he needs to be in a separate room.
If that's the case.
And to me, what you about to say?
If that's the case, that's what? 75% of the Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's trying to say. Like, these guys are not on my level. I'm Deion. I'm the best. I'm great, whatever. So to me, if there's a Room of Fame, there's a Hall of Fame, Paul George is in the parking lot of fame.
So, all right, I'm going to say this.
All
right, so
he's
that's
in the
the
parking
case.
lot
If that's
of
the
fame.
case, is Derrick Rose a Hall of Famer?
I think MVP
No.
gets you an MVP. I think if you MVP, you get Hall of Fame.
It's not. No. You personally.
Yeah.
Do you believe Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer? Because you're the one who said Russell Westbrook
is better than Rose. I think Russ is better than D Rose.
Oh, Lord.
I think Russ is better than D Rose.
There's no way.
I think Russ is better than D Rose. Honestly, I told you that before.
So you believe? So do you believe Rose is a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's an MVP.
Okay. I'll take that.
I don't think he's better than Russ.
Oh Lord.
But I think D Rose should be a Hall of Fame and is a Hall of Fame.
How is he? I'm done. I'm out of here.
No. Wait. You're not gonna. We have to finish the topic though. You didn't finish telling me, yo, is Paul George?
No. He's not because I'm mad.
Paul George a Hall of Famer?
He's not. No more.
He has the same numbers and more accomplishments than T-Mac.
T-Mac did more.
T-Mac didn't lead the team out the first round.
Paul George, but T-Mac
Paul
had help?
George got to the T-Mac didn't have help either.
Who Paul George had?
Although T-Mac played with Yao Ming for a little bit.
Who did Paul George have?
It's part of my argument. That's part of my thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think Paul George.
So because of that, which is why I say T-Mac deserved, because T-Mac did more with less, rather than Paul George had more. Which is how he was able to.
Paul had Russ that one year that OKC was good, and then
Paul
Dame hit the
Roy
three
Hibbert,
and was
he
like.
had Roy Hibbert. He had
time.
Lance Stevenson. He had George Hill. He had.
He had a team. Here's how I look at it. Here's how I look at the Hall of Fame. If I have to think about it, no.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He said no.
Right. I say some names. You go Ray Allen, Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Reggie Miller, Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Patrick Ewing, Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Allen Iverson, Hall of Fame.
Yes.
See? You're like, yeah. If I go Joe Johnson, Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You're there? Mm-hmm.
I actually like Joe Johnson.
Yeah, but okay, so you like for the Hall of Fame?
No, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Yeah.
That's
Hall of Fame for sure.
That'll get you canceled out here. That'll get you canceled out here.
No, yes.
That was not me. That was him.
Yes.
Okay. Ginobili Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Then yeah, we're pretty much good. Lamar Odom Hall of Fame.
No.
You have to think about it, right? Like he has rings.
So.
He's got moments.
Sure.
Kendrick Perkins Hall of Fame.
That's the GOAT.
Hey, man, this is the Sammy Rigaud podcast, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. Hey, we want you to subscribe, like this video, and share. We're going to go crazy this playoff season. We're going to be streaming some stuff. We're going to be giving you the best content. So make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video to somebody. It's the best sports talk. It's not glamorized. It's put together, and we're having a good time, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank y'all. God bless.